just bring up my notes here. You started off last session discussing your plans. You had decided to go to Shiaspora, and weren't really sure what to do. You were kind of deciding whether to just try and brave the forest or see if you could like rustle up some help. So you decided to make some noise to attract somebody in the mushroom forest. There you ran into Silent Craig, who told you that a mouthy duck caused trouble in Shiaspora and was sent to be sacrificed to Divine Dungeon Mossfin. Silent Craig did try to deter you from going to Mossfin, and after Brunk insinuated causing trouble and like threatened Silent Craig disappeared. The crew decided to survey Mossfin to see if they could find a way in, like kind of a way they could sneak in, where they were spotted by a berserker that told them to vacate with fear of death. And that they must have permission from the Great Leader to be admitted inside, or, of course, be admitted as a prisoner. Not wanting to pick a fight, you guys decided to go back to the ship to check in on things and come up with a new plan. You spoke with Barnabas, who said, Rosalia was below in the crew quarters, so you went down to talk to Rosalia, and instead were greeted by a strange, overhang tent with a red-headed woman with wooden teeth sitting outside named Jenny Greenteeth. She let the group know that she was attracted by the smell of large amounts of money, and showed them a shop within some kind of extra planner space inside the tent. You discovered that Barnabas and Jenny both knew each other, and that Barnabas is very distrustful of Jenny. Deciding to dip into your gold reserve to get some supplies, you also discovered a mechanical dragonborn in the bilge, which appeared to be a golem created by the ship. After it was activated by Nerissa, you introduced it to Barnabas and the rest of the crew, and decided to name it Q, which was short for Quartermaster. Q noted that one of its many talents was knowing the languages of those aboard, including Lyric, knowing Moonsong, and was able to translate for Lyric. Lyric explained that she is a princess from a faraway land, along with her attendant, who had come to warn of the shadows that were to befall the world. She expressed appreciation and affection for Brunk, and noted that she didn't know what happened with any of her old party. Lyric asked that she could continue adventuring with the team to restore her previous form, a task that required finding her dragon. Following these discoveries, the gang, including Lithraxis, Lyric, and Rosalia, headed back to Shiaspora to try and find a way to get into Mossfin, whether it be talking with the Great Leader or finding an alternate way in, only to be ambushed by a squad of Sporefolk that you did discover was led by Silent Craig. I don't think I missed anything there. I did kind of skip through to get the recap today, so if I missed any important notes, please let me know.
Silent Craig is a dick.
For upkeep today, everybody can add 10 points to your points cards. Is anybody rolling for charms?
You said how many points? 10?
10.
Tensies. No.
No for nobody?
Not yet.
Excellent. Then we come back to the top of the initiative. We're in the middle of combat. Things are getting a little bit hairy here. I don't think we need this circle anymore. I think that was just a spell that went off. It doesn't appear like the Lothraxis can really hurt these things outside of using its fire. So it's just kind of been maneuvering around and trying to like keep their attention. Um,
Does Lothraxis not use weapons?
no, he doesn't currently have any weapons on him and just has his claws, which don't do magic damage. At the top of the order, the Crumply Shiaspara Creeper. Um, Jesus is up 55 feet. Nerissa is up 10 feet. Currently with the power of flight thanks to Lyric. Um, the Creeper is going to try and throw a blink dagger at you, Nerissa.
Rude.
And hit.
Even more rude.
Ugh.
You take 7 damage. And it blinks to you.
The Shiaspora creeper?
Yeah, blinks. So like you watch as it like it zips and like it throws the dagger. It kind of gets you in the shoulder. It blinks and like grabs it out of your shoulder, like right in front of you, and like kind of leaps to the side, to, like to the edge of your tank, like holding itself up with the dagger in its hand.
Okay.
It is going to. It gets 2 attacks. It's going to go for a second stab on you. That second one is a miss, though. As it like goes to like slash out at you, and yeah, like you move and like kind of like shift the tank's weight, and it kind of like has to like hold on to like keep its bearings.
Okay.
It is your turn.
My turn. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just trying to choose between 2 spells. Just okay. I am going to all right, I'm going to cast Magic Missile at him. Um, all 3 of my glowing darts are just going to be aimed right at him, hoping to hit him and also knock him off my tank.
I think Magic Missile's the only spell where there's like no save; it just hits.
Sweet.
Yeah, you just do damage with it.
Oh, was I supposed to roll a damage roll then?
Yeah. It is 1d4 plus 1 force for each dart. So you have to roll 1d4 plus 1 3 times. Since it's on the same target, I would allow 3d4 plus 3 if you want to simplify the math. 13. You blast, you fire off these 3 blasts that like kind of like hit one in the face, one in the chest, like another one like kind of like zips around and hits it in the back. It manages to stay gripped onto your tank, but like it has to like really reorient itself as it's trying to like not fall off after being hit with these force blasts.
All right. I don't have any more healing potions, so oh wait, I do have a healing potion. I'm also going to like shotgun a healing potion.
Not bad. 8 health back.
When I was down to 6 health, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Right, and then that is my turn.
Lyric, currently like resting on your shoulder, looks at this dude and looks down at you. Raises up a hand to try and do like one of her like spark spells, but you guys haven't done like an actual rest. I don't think you've done an actual rest since the last time she used it. Last time she used it was the fight with the shark, or the Shadow King. You guys have had a chance to rest. She has her stuff back. Yeah. Yeah. So she's going to use a thing. And she's going. You watch as she once again holds her hand up and starts la la la. And like this orb of purple energy starts to glow in her hand and turns into this bright gleam, like bright enough when you're this close, Nerissa, that you need to kind of like shield your eyes as she fires off this like radiant blast at this dude. Fails the save. This shit is like blinding bright. And as the beam just kind of washes over this like this creeper frog, when the beam is done, there's nothing left but the hand that was holding the tank and its feet that were gripped onto the tank, and they're like singed at the top, and there's nothing left.
Just look at her and I'm like, dang, and then give her like a tiny little fist bump.
Gives a fist bump to yeah, meets your fist bump.
It's like a little finger poke to her fist bump.
And as Lyric kind of like nods with like kind of like that cockiness, like ha ha, I just fucking killed you. That's her turn. Unobserved, Shiaspora Berserker is just getting into position, or just close enough to be able to get into position for an attack. And it is going to go for a bite on Brunk. Doesn't penetrate your armor, but it's like you're starting to recognize, Brunk, that in spite of Lothraxis being there, not much is getting done, and you are surrounded. It is your turn.
This is starting to get a little scaly here. Let's see if we can't do a little something about this. First attack. Ugh, son of a bitch. I'm gonna assume that probably doesn't hit. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my Grand Charm of Combat Prowess to make it
Hit instead.
a hit instead. Oh, already got the Radiant on there, so just roll it. All right, so 14 damage for the first attack on, yes, Unfair.
Yep.
And I'm going to guess he's still up.
Yes. Though again, that like cut pretty deep into him.
And while I'm swinging at him, I'm like, hey, Lithraxis, can you use a Warhammer?
He looks and he says, I don't see why not.
God. All right, so I'm not going to use that again just yet. But what I will do with my bonus action is I'm going to drop the Divine Favor. I don't know what you need to do to cancel that. But instead, I'm going to grab the Warhammer that I've got hanging on my belt. And I'm going to cast Magic Weapon on it.
Oh, sick.
And hand it to him. And say, it's dangerous out here. You need to take this. And just kind of lightly toss it to him. He's within reach, so it shouldn't really...
Yeah, he catches it. It's got like that little bit of a radiant glow from your magic weapon casting, and he grins. He's like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Alrighty. Yeah. Now I feel like I can maintain my concentration.
Well, you throw the Warhammer at Lithraxis, and he catches it and holds it in both hands and gets this like toothy grin. And this berserker kind of like eyes and turns and looks at him with a little bit of fear now. And pulls out its fang hook and starts like trying to attack Lithraxis. And miss. Oh, and hits.
Uh-oh. Well, I will use this to reduce damage by at least 5 points.
Okay.
The dice are not being friendly tonight. And they weren't being friendly last week either.
At least they're consistent.
Turn off your damn disadvantage script or whatever you got running, dude.
So that is -5, 8. But more importantly, you did reduce the damage, but that didn't stop Lithraxis from being grappled as like the hook digs in like through his shoulder as the shark pulls back and like tries to pull him in. But that's the shark's turn. This is the berserker's turn. Jesus Christo.
Alright, I'm gonna try and hit the inhabitable berserker with fire chromatic orb.
Also, got to show off the new picture.
Yeah.
Still terrifying. 12 does not hit.
Alright, I'm just gonna fly. Oh, the game's still paused.
Oh.
Just gonna fly back. Just 15 feet or so. Or no, 10 feet back and just end my turn back here.
You fire this orb. And this thing kind of, like, looks down, like, at its feet where the orb landed and kind of, like, blew up. Looks up at you, kind of sniffs the air, and you watch as it kind of attaches this, like, chain to its hook and starts doing, like, a wild swing of it and looks at you. And is going to try and latch it on to you. Oh, excuse me. So at 60 feet or at 55 feet, it's going to be at disadvantage. And a 15 does not hit. So the hook just falls just a little bit short of being able to get you. But it gets pretty damn close. Lothraxis. Reels back with this warhammer and goes to, like, cave in the fucking skull of this berserker in front of him. Versatile. As if he's two-handing it, right? For damage. So, let's go. Misses on the first attack. He is... I need to make sure it's noted that he is not proficient. Not proficient. Goes to swing. He does get a few melee attacks, so he's going to go for another one. And crits. He swings the first time and, like, fully whiffs as this thing backs up and, like, reels back again. And the second one lands and just, like, right in the middle of this thing's fucking skull. You hear its skull crack. It is not dead, but it is fucking hurting. And he gets a third melee attack, so he's gonna go for the threefer. That still hits. For another 10 damage. As just, like, twice, like, you hear the skull crack. This thing, like, part of its face starts to droop as the second hit comes in and, like, does, like, the rest of that damage. And you can see, like, where the skull is fractured, it's starting to, like, hang off of its face. He grins again and looks at you, Brunk, and says, "Yeah, I like this thing." Forgot to roll that at the beginning. Rosalia, who, like, had up to now been, like, pretty badly hurt by these shark things and had to, like, back up and heal. Sees the two scuffles and kind of looks and is, like, kind of, like, trying to gauge things and turns towards the berserker that Lothraxis was just starting to work on, and she is going to... Toll the Dead. Watch as she raises her hand at the thing and says, "Suffer." And for a moment, it, like, kind of holds its head and then kind of, like, looks over at her and, like, with the, like, even fucked up, still manages a toothy grin, like, "Nice try, girl." Silent Craig looks up at you, Brunk, who your hands are pretty full. He is going to try and take the opportunity to strike out at you. Misses on the first attack. Crits on the second attack. That is 11 piercing damage. And he is going to use his bonus action to disengage. And he moves back 25 feet. Yep. Okay. You watch as another creeper appears from out of thin air right in front of Rosalia, already like mid-slashing pose as it slashes across her chest with another blink dagger for 9 damage. And it gets more damage on that. It should get an additional 4d6 from its sneak attack. Rosalia's down. Those were... No, that was sneak attack on the first attack. It gets one more attack. It is going to... I think it's going to try to get Lyric. It's going to have disadvantage at this range. And just misses as you watch as the dagger like kind of flies wide, just past both you, like past your face, Nerissa, because it's trying to hit the fairy on your shoulder. And it is going to run. How much movement does it still have? It's gonna like back up a little bit. Actually. No, it can use its bonus to dash, so it's going to do that. Let's kind of dip this way. The druid... Yeah, the druid's gonna try and go for as much maximum effort as possible here. As it casts another cloud kill around you guys. And what I didn't realize last time it was cast was it's when you start your turn or when you enter. It's not when the spell is cast on you. So, Brunk, at the beginning of your turn, you'll have to make your con roll, and same for Lithraxis. But it is also going to back up and try to get some cover to concentrate on the spell. Nerissa, back at the top of the order. You're muted.
So the inhabitable Shiaspora Berserker, he was attacking Jesus, right? Would
Yeah,
it be fair to say that he was distracted enough by Jesus that I can get a sneak attack in on him, or is it because I'm right there? No. Or is he too
unfortunately
focused on
not.
Jesus that I could? Pardon?
The conditions that you need for a sneak attack are that you have advantage, or you have a like a member of your, or like an ally within 5 feet of the creature you're attacking.
So
Okay.
Lyric and Jesus are right there. You
Jesus
could
isn't.
sneak attack.
Jesus isn't right there. Jesus is 55 feet up in the air.
Oh, what
But
about
Lyric
Lyric?
is on my tank.
Lyric is on your tank. Lyric is technically like with you and beside you. So yes, absolutely, you'd be able to get sneak attack, and you would also attack with advantage.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna try to. Can I sneak attack him with my blink dagger?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and like throw it so that it like it goes and like I basically want it to go for like his most vulnerable spot, like so like an artery or like stab him in between like the what is it, the fourth and fifth rib bone? I don't know.
Okay.
But
So yeah, sorry. This is a normal roll because
okay.
my brain is thinking pack tactics. It's not pack tactics. It's just it because Lyric. Wait, no, it still isn't the. You would have to be. If you're throwing the dagger at him, then Lyric is not within 5 feet of him, which means you wouldn't get the sneak attack. An ally has to be within 5 feet of the creature you're trying to attack for it to work.
Do I have speed on my flying as well?
What do you mean?
Well, I have my speed thing. So could I like quickly like fly down and like stab him with my blink dagger?
Fly.
Or could I use the blink dagger? Because I can like teleport to the blink dagger. Can I like send it to him and then teleport to him right away? Kind of like how the other guy went to attack Rosalia. I'm
You
liking these blink dagger users because I'm seeing good ideas for how to use them.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could attack him and blink to him with the bonus action from it, but you wouldn't get the sneak attack. To get the sneak attack, you'd have to be, like, right beside him, with, or, like, have somebody else right beside him if you were using a ranged attack.
Hmm.
Currently, both you and Lyric are up 10 feet in the air.
Okay.
So you could fly down and attack him to get the sneak attack damage with it. But when you're trying to leave that threatened area, he'll get an attack of opportunity on you.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just ignore the sneak attack and I'm just gonna send my blink dagger to him and do my original. I just want it to go for like an artery or something,
Yeah,
something that'll hit.
go ahead and roll your attack. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. That's a 9. Yeah, you get it in the ribs. You fucking like toss the dagger down and like you see it like stab into its ribs. You can use a bonus action at this point to teleport to it. But I think there's a amount of charges that you have. You have 3 charges, I believe, on the dagger, and you use a charge to teleport to it.
Okay.
Or you can return the dagger to you, and that's free.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
I'm
bonus
gonna,
action.
because unless I can like get another quick jab in when I teleport there, then no,
No.
I'm just gonna zoop it back to me then.
Yep.
Alrighty. And then um can I cast oh what's it called? Cure wounds on myself as well.
No, because Cure Wounds is an action.
Okay.
If you had, Healing Word, that would work, but I don't think you do. Because Healing Word's a bonus
No.
action. Do you have any more potions?
Yeah, I've got 4 more still.
Yeah, you can drink a potion as a bonus action.
I'm gonna pound back another healing potion.
Okay.
For 10 health. And then that's my turn.
Lyric right beside you. She is going to like poke your shoulder and point down to Rosalia, who is currently like sprawled out on the ground.
Shit. Does she want us to fly over there, or?
I think she's just pointing it out to you in case you missed it. What she is going to do is she is going to float over and she's going to fire another blast off at this berserker down here. Fails. For some decent damage as she fires down this blast. Unfortunately, unlike the last one, this one you see it still holds strong, and as the light disappears, it's kind of got like some like kind of like searing smoke like floating off of it, but otherwise it's like still like kind of like hunkered and braced. And of course, just like last time, this Lyric using this second blast appears to exhaust her more than the first one did. As she's kind of like on your shoulder, catching her breath. Unobserved. Is not... Hold on. Cloud Keel. It's poison? Okay, it's fine. This, like, cloud, this green, thick cloud, for the rest, or for, like, you and Lithrax's Brunk, like, you're both clearly affected, where, like, it's a harsh breath to breathe in. It burns, breathing in right away. In spite of the damage not taking hold yet, you know that, like, whatever you're surrounded by is not good. Like, you're going to want to get out of it as soon as possible. However, the berserkers, the sharks, they're breathing fine, and almost like this one looks and sees that you guys are kind of struggling a little bit and breathes in deep to kind of, like, mock you guys. And Brunk, it is going to go for you with a hook attack. And hit. That is 11 damage, and you are grappled. As it goes and, like, slashes, like, again, like, it penetrates more armor than your body, but this time, like, it penetrates, like under the shoulder, under the arm, like, right next to the armpit, just that, like, first thick bit of meat, like, you feel that sharp pain as the hook digs through it. And it tries to, like, kind of, like, yank you a little bit. And it is your turn. At the start of your turn, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay, 20, I believe you take half. Yes. So, so Brunk, you take 8 poison damage as you start breathing in this toxic, noxious gas. And then it is your turn. You lose that concentration and you watch as the Warhammer loses its glow. Uh, Brunk, I need you to roll a D100 for your slip disc. You're fine. I mean, doing your exercises always helps, but like you, especially after that adjustment that you had gotten earlier in the week, you're still not feeling horrible. Um, Describe to me what you're doing. You're just rolling dice silently.
I'm rolling attack rolls right now because that's where I'm at right now against unfair. I'm gonna use another. I'm gonna burn another grand charm.
Okay.
Um,
And as you're taking these swings, like instead of me describing it, you describe to me what's happening. Paint me a scene.
um, well, I'm partially grappled, I guess, and I'm still trying to kill the unfair Shiaspora Berserker to at least take down one of them before I meet my maker, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm swinging angrily at the guy and obviously flail more horribly the first time and swing again. And as I said, the grand charm of the combat prowess and my tattoo glows, and I managed to strike at least once this round. Wow.
9 does it. As yeah, you're fucking in a lot of pain. You're fucking held by this hook right now. And still manage to swing out the first time and just kind of fall short. Adjust your stance a little bit and swing out with the second sword slash. And you cut off, like already you kind of have like a guiding line for where its face is drooping. And you just manage to cut clean through. And watch as that side of its face just kind of fully falls off. So you can see like inside, you manage to sever a bit of brain, and like that's all it takes, and this thing is just fucking dead.
And I'll use one of these to try to regain a little health. And there we go.
What? Okay. Let's remove him from the initiative. Jesus.
Alright, I'm gonna try to hit this inhabitable berserker again with chromatic orb again, with a fire bolt, with a fire.
Once again, you fire off this like fiery orb, and as it lands on the ground, it explodes as it flies a bit wide.
Alright, way up in the air, so I can't even get a potion of Regalia. I'm gonna start flying back towards her though, and end my turn there.
Inhabitable gives chase, stays within that range, and tries again to hook you with its fang hook. And once again, doesn't quite make it. This time again, like because it's like running and trying to throw it at you, it even gets less range than it did last time. And it starts to like angrily kind of like stomp its feet as it starts to get frustrated with not being able to get you.
I'm gonna taunt it. I'm gonna give him the finger. I'm just gonna flip him off from up there.
Constitution save. Makes the save, so it'll only take half. I think it's 5d6? 5d8. He takes 19. Lothraxis, like, coughs as it's breathing in this poison. He tosses the warhammer to your feet, Brunk. Reaches down and, like, rips the chain that's attached to the hook from the fucking shark that you just killed. Pushes the hook out of his fucking body as you hear him just go, ah! Holds it up and fucking goes to stab the other one in the face with it. Hits it for 13 damage. Sorry, not 13. Oh, yes, 13. It's the plus 3 is coming from the weapon, not the proficiency. But he should have done 19, not 21. Or 18, which still would have hit. Damage 13. And he's got this thing grappled with the hook. Rosalia's gonna make a private death save. Okay. Silent Craig. Silent Craig is going to throw his dagger from the outside of the cloud at you, Brunk. It's going to hit. That is plus 46. Because it can get sneak attack here. That is 25 damage. You feel the dagger. Oh, Jesus is like, fuck this, I'm done. Fuck these spore freaks. He'll be back. You feel this dagger land and hit home right where that wound was from the hook. And before you can see what did it, you look down and look up and see that he's already got the dagger back in his hands. And goes for a second attack. Misses on the second one. Zips the dagger back to his hand again. And he is going to use the rest of his movement. He moved 10, so he's got 15 still. To try and stay out of range. Tainted. They're all immune to poison. So Tainted is going to run into the cloud and he's going to attack Lothraxis. Right up close and personal. Hit on the first attack. Sorry, that should be with a 46. So that is 22. And then he's going to... No, sorry, he gets second attack. Jesus is back. Second attack also hits for another 9. Looking over, Brunk, like, you're hurting, and it looks like fucking they've taken advantage as well, and Lothraxis is looking pretty fucked up, too. Both of you bleeding out in this fucking poison cloud. He's going to disengage and run back. And the Scorching Shiaspara Druid doesn't really have to do much. As it just continues to concentrate on that spell. And gives itself a little bit of that nice touch. Nerissa, back at the top of the order.
Alright, I am going to zoop over to Rosalia and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
No! I have no available spell slots.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Never mind. I'm gonna give her a potion then. Give her a little bit of health. I'm just gonna like pour it in her mouth.
She sucks air in hard and then coughs as she sits straight up. Says, "No, father, you won't take me." And then looks. It's like, "Oh, Nerissa, it's you."
Welcome back.
She looks and she's like, "Okay, mushroom sharks, got it. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I'm here. I'm back."
Welcome. Yeah, we need you.
She is prone. Oh, not exhausted. And I just pulled her out of initiative. Derp. It was after Lothraxis. Right there. Here we go. Yeah, she is prone right now. But grateful, like clearly grateful with the look on her eyes, like, holy fuck.
Alright. And then that would have been my action and my movement. Alright, I'm gonna end
bonus action for the potion.
bonus action. Okay. So can I still attack the inhabitable
Yeah,
Shiaspora then?
you could move up to it and attack it, or throw a knife at it for an attack.
Alright, I'm gonna try and get it with my blink dagger again.
Why is it saying not proficient for you? You're definitely proficient with daggers. Let's fix
I don't know.
that. Let me fix that. Proficient. There you go. Go ahead and make your attack. 23 hits. $11 damage. Yeah, where were you aiming for?
I was gonna go like right for his jugular.
I think, yeah, you land and hit like the neck area, and it's like kind of like, ugh. Like, no, again, like it's still like it seems like it seals over pretty quick or clots pretty quick, but for that moment it's just like, ugh. As you manage to land and like pierce like its throat.
Perfect. And then I already used my bonus action for the potion, so I can't get it back yet. Okay. That is my turn.
Lyric turns and is right away going for that last blast on this thing. It fails, so it'll take full damage here. That's another 18. As she fires this last blast off, and it doesn't seem to have the same kind of pizzazz or oomph. Like, the first one you had to shield your eyes, the second one was like, okay, like, it's still pretty damn bright. This one is like, it's a force, like, it's this blast of light, but there's not that same kind of, like, full radiant shine to it. Like, it's definitely more forced than the other ones. And as she finishes that last blast, she kind of, like, falls onto your shoulder, like, collapses onto your shoulder, and is, like, breathing very heavily. It looks like she's about to pass out.
Give her a little hat and like try to like help prop her up. You did good.
You kind of like glance over and like she's like she looks rough, but she also like she is gritting her teeth. She is like she looks angry, and she's got like this death stare on this shark. Unobserved. Sorry. One thing that should have happened was the cloud moved 10 feet. Normally the Chiaspora Berserker would drag you, Brunk, into the cloud further to keep doing damage and to keep it doing damage to you. But the problem with that is it is also hooked by one of these hooks by Lothraxis, and so it can't move. It's kind of like this fang hook circle jerk right now. So it is going to use an action to make a strength check to try and get out of it. Which it fails. So it like tries to yank the hook out and just can't. It is your turn. I also, hold on, before I do that, I have to roll a d6. Lothraxis took an additional 5 damage when he pulled the hook out of himself. It is your turn, Brunk. Oh, wait, sorry. Before we do that, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for the cloud kill. Oh, that's not good. Uh, 5d8. That is 25 poison damage, Brunk. Which I believe means you are unconscious. Oh, you would... Would you make the death save? If it happened on this turn? You're muted.
It happens as I'm starting the turn, so I'm assuming it happens before I go.
I'm going to say because it happens at the start of your turn, death saves are usually consequent turns, so erase the result of that death save, we're not going to count it. Your death saves will start at the start of your next turn. But your body is still grappled, you are prone and unconscious. Jesus.
Alright, I'm gonna try again to hit this guy with the chromatic orb. See if I could get him this time.
16 hits.
Excellent.
Yeah, this time you hit this thing square in the chest with the orb.
Awesome. And I'm gonna, for my bonus action, I'm gonna burn a couple sorcery points to get a spell slot back.
Okay.
Just end my turn there.
Okay. Well, we'll put Lyric on this side. She's technically on Nerissa's square. This thing sees the cloud kill coming. I'm gonna make a wisdom save here. Let's see. It should have been a wisdom check, but it doesn't matter. It gets the same plus on it. It is going to sidestep. It looks up at you first, Jesus, and then kind of grins and looks down at you, Nerissa, and it's going to try and stab you as you're within range. It's going to try and stab you with its shark hook. And crits. This thing, it drives the hook like right through like your gut, and pulls you in close and says, "You're gonna die." You take 10 damage. You are grappled. And you will not be able to move unless you can get out of the hook. Grappled. Lothraxis, I think, is also down here. It's gonna take half, but it has to. It has to be the lowest roll. He's not down. Holy shit! Half of that is 7. Fucking Lothraxis is at 1. Lothraxis is not grappled anymore. He is... Oh, if he tries to drag you, that's going to drag Brunk, and Brunk's going to be hurt by this. And he recognizes that. So instead, he can't stay in the cloud. He's going to let go of the chain on the hook. And back up out of the cloud. I'll put the... Not, there's got to be something I can put here instead just to signify that there is a weapon dug into him. We'll save this for now. Rosalia. Rosalia has the ability to do the thing. Is gonna look up at you. Brunk, it's gonna say, "You're not done, big guy. Get up!" And she's gonna use Healing Word. I think. Yeah, she's well within range for that. Yeah, she's gonna use Healing Word. He regains 7 hit points. she is going to get behind this berserker. And I think she really only has the option to swing out with her axe. Which hits. For 10 damage. And she looks at you worriedly, Nerissa. She's like, you gotta get out of there. Silent Craig. Silent Craig, like Brunk, as you're coming to, you kind of like look over to the side, and Silent Craig, who was like throwing like little pot shots and stuff at you, is starting to run. The Tainted Creeper. The Tainted Creeper is going to use its movement to like run and leap up to the mushrooms here. That's all it's gonna do on its turn, but Jesus, like paying even like the slightest bit of attention, you can see that its eyes are kind of looking at you, trying to see what it can do to bring you down. This druid is just gonna give itself the good touch again as it continues to concentrate on the cloud kill. And the cloud kill moves 10 feet. Nerissa. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay. And Lyric is going to use her reaction for this turn. You watch as she just like... She kind of like looks... She looks kind of like scared for you, but also understands that she's concentrating on something for you, and she's going to like blink away from you and away from this cloud.
Okay.
Your roll is a 10. This is 5d8 poison damage. You take 19.
And I'm down.
Yeah.
It's prompting me to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Doesn't matter. It's for your concentration, but you're unconscious, so your concentration will be dropped anyway.
Okay.
What can Lyric do here? The only thing Lyric can do here is save Brunk. Lyric flies to the edge beside Lothraxis, drops the concentration on the fly spell, and turns and looks at you, Brunk, and is going to reach out to cast Polymorph on you. And she is going to turn you... You feel yourself grow large. Like like larger than you would have suspected, as she points out. You don't feel your armor anymore, but you feel instead this horn that adorns your head, as she turns you into a unicorn. And kind of like lands next to Lithraxis. Unobserved, you're still only a large creature, so it still has you grappled. And it is going to use that. Yeah, it uses its action to move a creature that is grappled up to half of its movement speed, dealing 2d6 piercing damage as it does. So half of its movement speed. So it's going to move you 10. And you take... 5 piercing damage. Brunk, it's your turn. You can find abilities on your features tab.
Okay.
Know what's cool about unicorns? They're immune to poison.
What's the is it an action to break the grapple?
Yeah, DC 12. Strength check.
Just a strength check or a save? Does I mean
It's a check.
okay. Barely.
You make it, though. As you pull yourself loose from this hook.
Okay. I will. Can I tamp my feet and roll an intimidation as a bonus action? Since that's all I can do. That's all I've got left is a bonus action since I've used an action.
Sure.
Oh, well, that was miserable. The dice continue to do what they're doing. So
Mm-hmm. That's okay. One thing to make note of is that while you're out of actions for now, you also have legendary actions.
Hmm.
Jesus. Nerissa,
Alright,
but below, like, there's this fucking cloud of poison. Nerissa's down and, like, has a big hook through her.
alright, I'm gonna hit this guy in front of me with fire. Actually, I think I want to do something about this guy with the poison cloud. I'm just gonna say screw it and hit him with a fireball. No, I'm gonna hit the guy in front of me. Hit the guy in front of me.
$17 hits.
It's gonna be for... If I drop down 30 feet, would I be able to... No, I still wouldn't be close enough to get a potion to her.
No, and you drop yourself into the cloud.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna just end my turn there.
Okay. Inhabitable. Inhabitable is going to... Inhabitable is going to pull the hook out of Nerissa's body and turn around to swing and try to hook Rosalia. Hits for 12 damage. Rosalia is down and hooked. Lothraxis. Let's see if it gets its breath. Nope. Lothraxis doesn't really see any options to be able to help out there. He should have that. That should be restored. That's something he can do. Scan his hand! With Nerissa released from the grip, he is going to get his hand, reach it out and grab you. But that's all he can do. That was his action, so he's not going to be able to stabilize you. But he does get your body out of the cloud. Rosalia, unfortunately, might not be so lucky. Okay. Yeah, she's still down. She's still got a big old hook in her. Silent Craig continues his mad dash. Tainted Shiaspara Creeper. Is going to try and hit you with a blink dagger, Jesus. Misses on the first attack. Misses on the second attack, just barely though. That is going to be all it can do. Shiaspora Druid hops up onto here. Nerissa, go ahead and roll a death saving throw for me. Do so when you click on when you open up your character sheet, you'll see on your over your picture there will be a skull. If you click on that skull, it should bring up a roll prompt. Go ahead and switch it from public roll to private roll. I don't want your allies to know how close to death you are. Okay. And then pass the turn. Okay, Lyric is concentrating on Brunk being a unicorn right now.
That was a really cute sentence to say. She's just concentrating on him being a unicorn. I
Yep.
like that.
She looks at Lothraxis and kind of gives a little nod. Nobody else can really see that. Maybe Jesus. She has 30 feet of flight. We'll say that she is right now. She's always hovering within that 5-foot cube. 30. 60. And that would bring this down to 0 for another 30. As she zips off to try and chase Silent Craig. Unobserved. Unobserved is just gonna... It's not even gonna go for a hook here. It's gonna go for a bite attack on you, Brunk. And that hits for... 22 damage. It's your turn.
So how do the legendary actions work?
Well, legendary actions you use at the start of other creatures' turns, or at the end of other creatures' turns, I should say. Where basically, you insert yourself with a turn, and you can use up to 3 actions to use different abilities. So Hooves is 1 action, you can use 2 actions for a shield, or you can use all 3 of your actions for a heal. You can use as many legendary actions as you have the 3 legendary actions, and you regain those legendary actions at the start of your turn.
Okay. I am not grappled. I will what's my speed? Oh, I can get there. It's fine. I'm going to run this direction. I'm assuming he's going to take an attack of opportunity.
He certainly is. He'll hit. It'll be for another 24 damage. As he bites you on the ass as you run by.
We'll use that on Nerissa. I don't know why it doesn't give me a prompt to actually activate it, but I can just roll that. Oh, great. Ah, boy, those dice just hate us, all of us right now.
Yeah, the dice are not kind to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
they've
last
been
couple sessions.
being super mean. I don't like it.
You have anything else that I can do there? So I guess that's it.
Nerissa, you didn't see Brunk get transformed, and like in your face, like using this healing ability on you, is a unicorn. Most traditionally,
like
they're like heels are like the touch. It's from its horn, so it's like poking you and prodding you with its horn as it's healing you.
what? I go to pet it and I'm like, thank you. I let it smell my hands. Like I don't
Brunk, do you respond to her?
I respond like the horse Maximus from Tangled, where I kind of get all, look on my face like, what are you doing? Why are you petting me? I'm indignant about it, and I kind of get this.
boy. I don't even pay attention to that. I just am like, you're a good boy. You're so handsome. Chin scratches.
And then I start just waving the mane and back and forth and prancing a little bit in place.
Are handsome, but I also like back off because I'm not familiar with horses. I was like a mermaid. Like I don't know. Okay, you're so handsome. Good boy.
Jesus.
Alright, I'm gonna fly back just a little bit. And I'm gonna cast Shatter on the inhabitable berserker in front of me.
It's not even in front of you. Like it's below you.
Yeah.
And so, or I guess in your thought process, or what the Jesus thought process would be with the crown fueling it, is beneath you.
Yeah. Just down beneath me and right there.
Succeeds on the save. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna end my turn there. There's not much else I can really do. Or I'm gonna use my bonus action to burn some sorcery points to gain a spell slot back.
Okay. This thing uses the hook, yanks Rosalia's body to heft over its shoulder. And it is going to start running with her. Lothraxis doesn't get his heat breath back. What's that, Flash?
I was self-healing with my
With your legendary action? Okay.
3 legendary actions real quick
Yeah.
at the end of the last person's turn.
Perfect. Okay. Lothraxis, everybody is up over here. He watched that thing run off with Rosalia. He is going to run using his action to dash. He's going to use his bonus action to have his hand following him. And that's all he can do. Rosalia is going to roll a death saving throw. Okay. Silent Craig disappears into some thick vines and roots. The tainted Chiaspora is going to move up to the top mushroom here. And once again is going to make some attacks on you, Jesus. $18 hits, I believe.
Yeah, 18 hits, but I'm going to cast Shield.
You're going to cast Shield? Okay, and I believe that brings your AC up to 23.
Yes.
Okay. Going for its second attack. That's a 25.
Oh boy.
Okay. You take 8 damage as it throws it, and it actually hits like between like where your shoulder blade meets, or like it hits the front of you, but stabs through the back and like hits where the shoulder blade meets the wing.
Do I fall at all from that?
No, but like it's still like sticking out of you right now. It's like you feel that searing pain in your shoulder.
Okay.
Scorching Chiaspara. Nobody's in the cloud anymore, so it's going to drop its concentration on that. And it's going to... it sees Lithraxis trying to give chase over there, so it is going to try to hold person. And succeed. No. It's a little easier right now because I don't know which one of these is stun. Okay. Nerissa. You're dazed, but you're up.
All right. I'm gonna pat around, see that I have. Wait, no, I'm. Like in my dazedness when I was like waking up, did I see like Rosalia being taken? Like, am I aware that that's happened?
You might have caught a glimpse of it, and you did see Lithraxis like immediately like bolts to try and like catch up to them. You're fairly smart, so I think you would surmise that happening even if you didn't clock it right away.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the unicorn that I still don't realize is Brunk and just be like, I don't know who you are or where you came from, but we gotta go help my friend. And just like chase and like start heading that way. I'm not flying anymore, so I have like my 60-foot
Yeah,
speed.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go here. I can get right up on this guy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get up right up on him and attack him with this Sea Devil's Fang. Sounded cool. Um,
That's a hit.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you slash it and you don't kill it, but it's not like it's on its last legs. Like it looks real fucked up.
Okay, perfect. Um, One. I think that's all I can do, right? Yeah. As I slash him, I'm gonna be like, leave my friend alone!
I'd say maybe bonus action potion is something you can do.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to also take a potion then, because I'm not doing too good still.
Yeah, you're looking pretty hurt there. So you regain 7.
Alright. Better than I was before. Alright,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm ending my turn. Now I'm ending my turn.
Lyric. Lyric only gets so far before she loses sight of that thing. Looks up and sees the druid focusing on another spell. But she doesn't have anything that she can't. She has to concentrate to be able to keep Brunk is a unicorn. I think she's just going to make her way over here back towards the group. Unobserved. Everybody kind of spreads out. Fucking Nerissa zips by him. I think he is just going to... Yeah, Brunk, you're closer. He's going to keep going for the unicorn. He's going to try to get a hook in you again. Hits. For 13 damage, and you're grappled again. And it is your turn.
Well, there's not really a whole lot I can do here, so I guess I'll... I will multi-attack first by kicking him with my hooves.
Yep. $13 on the first attack.
And then I will horn stab him.
That's also a hit. Another 11.
And I guess that's it for the round.
Yep. Jesus.
Alright, I'm gonna start flying this way. I'm gonna start flying this way. Give chase to this guy. I'm gonna try and hit him with a firebolt.
$12 is a miss.
Alright, the rolls have been terrible tonight. I'm gonna just end my turn there.
Inhabitable. Looks at you, Nerissa, that's kind of like run up on him. He's gonna just go for a bite on you. To get you out of his way. Hits. For 19. And then continues running with Rosalia. Lothraxis. Can reach you, has no way of healing you, but can stabilize you, or attempt to stabilize you. So, you're still unconscious, but you will not be making death saves, as Lothraxis, like, rips a piece off of your shirt and starts, like, trying to staunch the wounds from the bite mark. Using, like, little bits of fucking water from your tank to kind of, like, splash the acid off. Unconscious. Rosalia. Okay. Tainted Creeper. The one thing in your entire turn that you did not do, Jesus, was remove the dagger from your chest. This creeper uses a charge to zip itself to you, holding on to the dagger to hold itself into you. It is going to use an attack, but it's going to go for an attack as a grapple. So here we're just seeing if it hits you. It's going to try it again. That's a hit. So it grapples onto you. Wraps its like fucking hand like around your face as it's holding the dagger into your chest. And when it touches your face, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. You feel as it's like touching and like grappling onto your face, and you can feel that there's poison that's trying to seep in from its skin. And you manage like you manage to resist it, but like you are fully aware of what it's trying to do. Brunk, would you like to use a legendary action at all, or one of your 3? I know you're not used to being legendary creatures, so I have no problem reminding you.
Yeah. Hold on. Damn it. I'm having some kind of a issue with Foundry and Chrome, and I do not know what the heck is going on with it. It was dragging really badly with the dice rolls and stuff, so I had restarted it, but then it didn't load anything.
Okay, no worries. Why don't we take a 5-minute break while you get it sorted out?
That's good. It's
okay.
back up. It's fine.
Okay.
So, well, yeah, I probably want to pop my heal thing again. Which, it's the only thing keeping me alive at the moment. This could be worse. Yeah. For some reason, it's wanting to. It says it doesn't want to consume legendary actions or whatever. So I had to turn that consume thing. I had to keep clicking that.
Yeah.
Or unclicking the consume thing.
Yeah, because you'd have to like refresh it at the start of each of your turns. We know how the mechanic works, so yeah, you can.
Okay. So it's.
What is it? 120 feet. Okay, so it's out of those now. I think it's going to drop its hold on Lothraxis. Oh, Lothraxis couldn't have stabilized you. Because he was paralyzed. I'm not going to retcon it here. That's my fault. We will say that the druid just dropped the concentration, noticing something else happening. But we're going to get it to cast a new spell as Jesus. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. And you make it. Yeah, it's a save or suck. But you, once again, recognize that there is a spell being cast on you. Nerissa, you're not making death saving throws. Go ahead and still roll a d20 for me.
Do you want it private or public?
We can make it public. Here I'm just making... If you roll a 20 on this 20, I'd let you wake up. Because that is a possibility for death saving throws. When you are stabilized, that kind of gets taken away from you. But I would still grant it here. Unfortunately, 16 is not a 20. Lyric... Lyric is out of offensive things that they can do. And is still concentrating on the unicorn. Can it do something to save her here? It can. Okay, it is going... She's going to fly here. Yeah, she's going to drop the concentration, so Brunk, you get turned back to normal. And she's going to go for it. Okay. Oh, Brunk. Oh, Brunk. Okay. It's still got you grappled. Even when you transform, it's still got the hook in you. So it can't attack you with the hook. But it doesn't really have to. Like, it has the ability to drag you. It's going to start dragging you with the hook. Can drag you 10 feet. And as it does 2d6 damage. You currently have 7 health. this thing needs to roll. It's a 2d6, so it's possible for it to roll a 7. So we need to, fingers crossed, spirits to the sky. Yeah, Charger. Hope for less than 7 damage here. That is 6 damage. Brunk, you are at 1. And it is your turn. You're not prone either.
As I spit the blood from my mouth and make my first attack, which probably gonna miss.
That does miss.
And I will make a second attack.
That's a hit.
Okay. So let's see here. Oh. Okay. So oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah. There you go. There you go. No. Yeah. It was okay. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna expend my remaining second level, my final second level spell to add 3d8 radiant damage to as a divine smite. I am also going to use my inspiring smite to give myself 2d8 plus 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
For whatever that'll be worth.
20.
Oh, wow.
That's really good.
And spit blood in his face. And yell, "Fuck you, fishmonger." Or something uninspiring.
Yeah.
And
that leaves you with just a bonus action, right?
oh, that was the inspiring smite is the bonus action on the channel divinity.
I see.
That gave me the temporary hit points.
Yeah.
So
okay. Jesus. This frog, like, this thing is still, like, it's like trying to wrap its hands around your face, with its dagger still, like, firm in your chest, like, holding on and, like, anchoring itself on you.
Alright, I'm gonna fly a little bit higher, if I can. I'm gonna go about 20 feet higher, and then try to break the grapple, so that when I break the grapple, he'll...
Okay, let's roll opposed athletics. You need to beat an 8. You, like, fucking kick him off with his dagger. He falls. Falls really fast. That is per 10 feet, so that is You watch as he hits, like, you'd think the mushroom would cause, like, give some kind of cushioning below. It doesn't. You hear, like, the hard thud as it smacks into this thing and kind of, like, rolls off the side onto the ground. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna just drop 10 feet again. Just drop down 10 feet to use the last of my movement.
I mean, down is technically free.
Okay.
Because you don't have to exert effort to just, like, stop flying and just drop a little bit.
Okay. If that's the case. I still have 10 feet of movement, so I'm gonna move this way 10 feet, and then I'm gonna drop, yeah, where I am now. And just,
Inhabitable is asleep. That is what Lyric cast. Lyric cast the sleep spell and managed to knock out that one guy. Oh, sleep isn't a concentration spell. She could have technically kept you as a unicorn. I'm gonna make her do something else cool then. She is going to try to do the same thing to this thing that it tried to do to you. Jesus. Let's hope it rolls low. Not low enough. That is... It is Lothraxis' turn, but it was the realization of things there. Lothraxis' turn. I think Lothraxis just, like, picks up your body, Nerissa. Like, hefts you over his shoulder. And moves you both to, like, a more covered spot. His hand, he can move up to 60 feet, and it can do a thing. Forceful. Grasping. Interposing. Yeah, he gets this thing up right next to this druid. And he's going to go for a grasping hand. Has a strength of 26. So that is contested strength roll. It's going to be 20 plus 8. That is a natural 1. This thing needs to beat a 9 or higher. Yeah. Unfortunately, is able to dodge the grapple. Rosalia. Okay. Creeper. Creeper is pissed. Like, holds its dagger in its hand and stares up at you, Jesus. Beast or elemental with a challenge rating of 3 or less. You watch as this thing starts to contort and shift and kind of like gather into itself. As it transforms into a giant dragonfly. There is no person on it here, but you can see that it is quite large. Has a flight of 60. It's going to fly up right just a little bit underneath you, but close enough to still be able to hit you. Where are my... Yeah, there we go. Attacks you and hits you with a bite. For 6 damage. Scorching Druid's got this hand in its face. It is going to look over at its fallen companion. So it's going to drop down. It's got a movement of 25. It's going to get away from the hand. It's not close enough to do that. It's going to use its action. You're going to watch as it moves over to its dead ally over here. And that's all it's going to do for now. Nerissa, you are stable, but again, unfortunately, still unconscious. Go ahead and roll another d20 for me. That's a natural 20. Through sheer chutzpah, you would regain 1 health as you are prone, or not even prone, you're over Lithraxis' shoulder, and kind of like come to and wake up as your body's like natural ability to heal kind of like gives you your little second wind. I'll give you your full turn. You're on Lithraxis' shoulder right now.
So did he leave my tank behind, or?
Yeah. Your tank is
So I
like
have no
over
armor.
here somewhere.
Excellent. No armor. Great. Okay.
Here, hold on. Where's your fish tank? Robo tank. It was like right there.
Okay. Incomparable item pile.
So what are you doing?
1 potion of healing left. I'm gonna take it.
You gained 4 hit points.
Uh,
You look like, oh, you're awake. Don't scare me like that.
I look around and I'm just like, okay. We need my tank.
Okay, yeah, I was just trying to get you out of here. I thought you were gonna fucking die.
I appreciate that. You don't look so great yourself. Um, I can't really do anything though without my wheels on
Oh,
this landscape.
I will get
So
you
can
there.
we get me back over there, please?
I will get you there.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me.
You're gonna have to
Am
wait.
I
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till
okay?
you, unless you like jump off of his shoulder and just kind of try to like flop over to your
Crawl.
tank.
How
Because
far is it?
it's 15 feet,
15
but
feet?
normally a crawl would be 5 feet. But because your movement speed is doubled, it would be 10 feet. So you would be able to get like just about to it and then be prone on the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Um, in that case, hmm, how far away is this guy? 25.
Alternatively, you could also attempt to throw your dagger into the tank and teleport to it.
That is smart. I was just gonna try and throw my dagger at the guy that seems like he's about to try and revive the guy we took a lot of effort to kill. Um, I'm gonna wait to get back into my tank for a beat, and I'm gonna try and get this scorching Shiospora with my blink dagger.
I respect that.
He was hard to kill. I don't want to deal with that again. Now, since he thinks I'm unconscious, oh wait, no, I would have to have an ally near to him for it to be a sneak attack. I realized that when I ran up on the guy that was carrying Rosalia, that should have probably been a sneak attack, but I forgot about it and probably could have done him in with that if I had the bonus. I was so upset after my turn was done and I realized it. Does that hit?
That's definitely a hit. For 11 damage.
All right. And then I think that's about all I can do with my turn.
Lyric. Floats over, sees that you're awake, and looks kind of happy about that. She's also running out of things to do.
I meant to recall my blink dagger at the end of my turn.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
I usually assume you're calling it, like people are calling it back unless they're spending a charge to teleport to it.
Fair.
She's trying to do some things.
Go lyric.
Succeeds. Also succeeds. You watch as like these like they're vines, but they're almost like have like a purple hue to them. You watch as they grow out of the ground and kind of like wrap around the legs of the of both the guys over here, but they manage to kind of like step out of it before it like constricts and restrains them. Unobserved. Still has its hook in you, Brunk. It is going to use its action. Oh, nope. It's going to use its action to drag you again, dealing more damage. 7 more damage. And that is all it's going to do. It is your turn.
Oh yeah, I could do that. We're going to use our bonus action to use that today.
Yay, it's about time. I've been staring at that spell in your fucking in your spell list.
Yeah, it's one of those break, in a case of emergency, break glass type of things. But, you know, and what else do I want to do? I'm gonna try this. At the Scorching Shiaspora Druid, I'm gonna see if the dice will be nice to me. A critical hit would be really wonderful for this particular attack roll.
Be nice.
And of course, I'm gonna fucking miss. I'm sure.
The dice said, "Fuck you."
I have one use of the combat. Well, is that a melee or? Yeah, it's a melee weapon.
You have an inspiration.
Well, yeah, might as well. We'll give it a try. At this point, use it all.
That hits.
Oh, well. Ugh.
You hit this thing with the guiding bolt, and like it fucking hits home, and you watch as it like crumples and like just barely stands up.
Well, that was at least something. Now, is Lyric just kind of hanging out there?
Yeah, she's kind of like floating up a little bit, and she's like kind of surveying everything. But it looks like she was just like trying to cast a spell. Looking at her, she looks exhausted.
Can I like gather her with a hand and kind of prop her up on my shoulder?
Absolutely.
Um,
She pats
I
your.
guess. Sorry.
She pats your neck and just kind of like slumps against it.
Can I still do a potion before I pass my turn?
Yeah.
Hell, I might as well.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Give
That,
yourself a potion back. You used a teleport. You used your bonus action for Misty Step.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yep. Okie dokie. Okay. Well, the only other thing I was going to do was move over here. So I was kind of hoping, I don't know why I'm attached to Lothraxis's hand right now, but and I'm assuming Lyric would be coming with me since I scooped her up, and
Yep.
that'll be it.
Jesus. There is a giant dragonfly in your face.
There's a giant dragonfly in my face, and I think we'll be in deep shit if that druid also revives the thing. I'm gonna cast Fireball on the Scorching, Shiaspora, and the Unobserved.
Okay.
I think that's more important right now
Oh my goodness. Roll that damage. Holy fuck. Yeah, you just obliterate the Scorching fucking druid.
Awesome.
And this thing. Anything else? You're muted. You are muted. Anything else?
Oh, sorry, my internet was cutting out again. If am I close enough to the dragonfly that if I try moving away from it, it'll attack me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna end my turn.
Inhabitable is asleep. Lothraxis. Okay, it has to be to 20. It's a +8 to athletics. and fails. So what that means is, oh, you should have had advantage on it. If you succeed, the hand pushes the target up to 5 feet. No. We need grasping. Okay, so it's grappled, and on other bonus actions he can crush it. But right now he's got it held tight. Rosalia's... Okay. Tainted Chiaspara Creeper. Is going to disengage and start flying away from you. Would you give chase, Jesus?
No, I'm gonna let him fly off.
Okay, then that's where we're gonna end the encounter. This dragonfly flees the scene. You, Nerissa, I shouldn't have even turned it into an item pile, because you'll be, like, Lithraxis will walk over and toss you back into your tank. Just delete that. Quite worse for wear. You got this. Lithraxis has this one gripped in his hands, or in his magic hand, and looks at you guys and says, "Do we take hostages, or do we end this?"
Might be worth asking him some questions first.
He nods. There's also the sleeping one. Do you guys kill the sleeping one, or do you also take it hostage?
I feel like one hostage
Maybe
is
we-
easier to manage.
So you just, like, what do you do? Right, yeah, Rosalia, this thing is sleeping, like, Rosalia is kind of, like, on top of it. Who gives the killing blow there? Hearing a lot of crickets.
Can I just... Sorry, did you say Rosalia's on top of it?
Yeah, also unconscious.
Okay.
On top of Is she up on top of the spore thing?
She's on top of the Berserker. Like, the Berserker was, Rosalia. Lyric cast a sleep spell on it to make it pass out so it couldn't run away with Rosalia.
I'm going to bring Rosalia. I'm going to go gather up Rosalia, carry her back over here by where I'm currently standing. And feed her or cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I am purposely not paying attention to whatever the hell is going on. So give her 12 hit points. And I'm going to drink one of these bad boys for myself. Oh, gosh.
Lithraxis kind of looks at you guys and says, "All right, we're taking a hostage. Do we find a place to set up camp? Do we maybe go back to the ship? get off of the shore.
Yeah, I'm done with this damn island.
Yeah,
I wanted a new duck, but I'm not.
it's not worth dying over.
Well,
Yeah, I think
wouldn't
we'll.
we be taking this? Wouldn't we be taking a hostage to get answers on how to get in to save the duck? Otherwise, I don't see what the point is in keeping it.
You're right. I don't see the point either.
Okay.
Screw the hostage.
So we're just kill the hostage. That's what we're doing.
Give him a squeeze.
Yeah, you watch as like it's like as it like disappears into the hand, and like as he releases the hand spell, you watch as the hand disappears, and what's left is just like a crumpled mess of meat with like its hook kind of like sticking out of it.
Yeah, I'll if Rosalia's not awake, I'll carry her. Otherwise, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Lothraxis, are you looking weak too?
He's like, as long as we don't get attacked before we get back to the ship, I'm fine. Save those.
Yeah.
You like touch him and heal him.
No. I mean, bruh. I'm gonna give you 10 points out of my lay on hands pool.
He claps you on the back and says, I appreciate that. He walks over to the other sleeping one.
I'll
He's
give
like-
Nerissa 10 points out of the healing pool.
He looks
Thanks, Brunk.
he looks back one last time and he's like, no hostages, right?
Do what you gotta do, man.
This sleeping one, he fucking steps down hard and crushes this thing's skull.
I gotta go find my Warhammer. It got dropped over there somewhere. I'm looking for that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you go look for that, Brunk. See if I can find that unicorn to go pet. It was really nice.
I literally
Wait.
just at her as I walk away. And then like shake my hair at her.
You have
I
no
knew that unicorn was familiar.
you have no trouble getting back to the ship if you're just going directly back to the ship. Everybody like looks much worse for wear, but as you get onto the ship and board, Barnabas looks and says, "Oh, we need to get you healed. I can kick off from here. Where do we go? Did you save the duck?"
We got farked up as Brunk tries not to cuss.
Yeah, it was not good, Barney.
Those shark berserkers are nasty. Their stupid
that's
little
bad.
spore buddies are stupid. We killed some of them, chased the rest of them off. But the duck's on his own.
Yeah, who's to say if he's even alive still at this point? Like, they were
I hope he's resilient.
there. I hope so too.
I had a suggestion. Before we head for the mainland, I was thinking head back to the lighthouse and grab the instruments we left behind. They might be useful in the future.
Whatever you want to do, bro.
'Cause I know we have that puzzle to get through in the lighthouse, so it might be worth it for us to grab the instruments on.
Barnabas says, "That's a good point. I mean, there's nothing to stop us from coming back here if we decide to leave." Okay, let's retrieve some instruments. And I guess set sail back to Redalius.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he'll swing you around. Is it just the instruments you're grabbing from the lighthouse, or are you doing any kind of like last minute observation?
While we're there, can I just do a quick like check to see if anything has changed since we were there last?
I won't.
Like, has any?
I won't make you roll for that. It doesn't seem like you haven't been gone that long. It doesn't seem like anybody else has been here since you've come and gone.
Okay. All right, then I don't. I felt like we investigated thoroughly and as we could last time.
I can't remember exactly what instruments they were. I'll have to like go back in my notes or go back in the VODs to rewatch. But I'll do that over the week as part of my homework for the week, and I'll add that to the ship's inventory so that you have it. With that, grabbing the stuff and embarking and setting off, I think that's going to lead into our downtime next week. So I know we promised it before, but we had some extra plans next session. So it won't be next week. We are off next week. It's our friend's birthday, and we have agreed to celebrate with her or with them. So
that works for me. We've got plans during the day on Saturday, so it just means I don't have to worry about rushing back.
Yep. For anyone watching at home, there's not going to be an Oops All Bards tomorrow. We are off for that until the following week, where we will be back at it with their crazy shenanigans. But that is it for anybody who's tuning in. Thank you so much. You are going through the extra effort of actually joining and watching, and seeing all the crazy hijinks that these guys get up to. We will be back at it in 2 weeks with more cleaning crew as we get into downtime, which is going to be fun and maybe a little bit stressful for the party. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But thanks to everybody who tuned in. We love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a great night.